Can I give a
It's very
message to the
playful.
kids that don't talk to their parents?
Well, our relationship is very playful. Our relationship is very playful.
Stop. Do you hear me?
You want to send a message to the parents?
No, to the kids that don't talk to their parents.
Oh, okay.
Listen up, kids.
Shit. What's up, kiddos?
Children, now that I'm legally an adult, I can talk to you from woman to
That's
child.
so creepy.
It's
That is
really,
so
it is kind of creepy, but go ahead.
Pedophilia.
There's a lot I didn't know about you and Dad and about Zay and Ka, and especially maybe like Sandy, Kathy, Lynn, all the adults I'm surrounded by. When you're a kid, you only see them as an authority figure, but it's very important for when you start growing out of being a kid to start realizing that they're adults that have gone to parties, they've done all the stuff that you've done, maybe some stuff that's pretty stupid, but I think it's pretty important to talk to your parents because they're adults. Like, if you're not my parent, like, you're not just my parent is what I'm trying to say. Like, you're an adult outside of being my parent. And so talking to you as an adult outside of my parent is important because, like, this, you're still my mom, but I still feel like I'm talking to you just as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're an adult and I'm an adult now. So it's just talking to another person. So, like, what I'm trying to say is don't just look at your parents as your parents, look at them as people. And I mean, they're here for a reason, so you might as well talk to them. And it's pretty interesting to figure out all that you've done in 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've had 50 years on planet Earth, and I don't even know about, I maybe know about maybe like 20 of them, but I don't know about all of them. And that goes for every other adult in my life. They've been on this earth for 40 plus years, 30 plus years. Like, I feel like it's important to not just view them in a singular mindset as your parent, as your aunt, as your mom's friend. View them as someone who also went to high school, who also went to college, who also had a first job, who also had a really bad breakup with their boyfriend. And I think if you ask your parent to separate the two, like if you go, can I just talk to you? Not as my mom, just as a parent, or not as my aunt, or not as my mom, just as a person, or not as my aunt, just as a person, then that's very helpful.
I think that's very wise. Everything you said is very, very wise.
Factual.
Will help you a lot in your life. I think the flip side of that is I think sometimes parents have a hard time separating.
So parents, be able to separate it. Otherwise, your kids aren't going to trust you.
Be an adult.
That's right.
Because with every
Don't be a
single
wimp.
parent I have noticed as a kid, every parent that has not been able to separate their kid's life from being their kid to just being a kid has had the most most rifts with their kid. When they can't separate, she's just a kid being a kid, or she is my kid and she is messing up. Sure, she's your kid and she's messing up half the time, but at the same time, she's still a kid. So if you can separate the two, then your kid's going to trust you as she's my parent or she's a person that I can talk to.
Well, it's the flip side of your coin when you said, if you think about the adult and go, they went to high school, they had a first job, they had a first breakup. If a parent can look at the kid and go, oh yeah, I had a first job and I was stupid and I was late and I blew off my duties and that's how I figured out how to work. And I had a first boyfriend who broke up with me and I figured out how to get over that. And so I think parents sometimes don't trust their kids to be okay when they make a mistake. And God knows everybody on this planet has made a million mistakes. And the only way you grow and learn is from making a mistake. If I spent my whole time trying to prevent mistakes for you guys, I would be really doing you a disservice. So then when you do make a mistake, for me to judge you too harshly or inappropriately would be also a mistake.
Because you should have some judgment. Otherwise, you're just going to keep making mistakes.
That's right.
Like, if you're late all the time, like, yeah, someone's going to judge you. Like, Daisy was late all the time in carpool, and the amount of times I had to talk to her about it was actually insane. But then she started getting on top of it, and she was, like, better towards the end. She still had some late days, but, like, I mean, I don't know.
She was trying.
Just trying.
Yeah, I think it's important for parents to let their kids be a person, not just a child.
And for kids to let their parents just be people.
Just to be a person, and people are flawed. And I think that goes even when you're not an adult, like Georgia said, she's a legal adult. I try to talk to you, Isla, like you're a person. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I talk to you like a parent. But I try to talk to you like a person, like you called me today about your flight to go help Georgia move to college. And we had a conversation like I would have with Sandy or anybody else. Let's check out the facts and let's see what responsibilities you'll be missing if you miss some school. And let's make a decision from there. That's what you do instead of being like, no, that's not what we did. Or yes, okay, whatever. I talk to you like an adult because then that inspires you to talk to me like an adult.
Yes, sir.